Don't ever go with the flow, be the flow.
Straight back or like at an angle?
No, it's gonna have to be at an angle a little bit. Back down. Right there.
My name is Jamie Marsh. In the Honda scene about 3 years. I make noise. I try to get my state, especially Connecticut, out on the map. There's a lot of cars that are out here that really don't get the shine of the recognition that they should because they don't really move or roll with, a certain crowd of people. So, my job is to kind of take those guys and move them forward. Crazy. Maryland International Raceway. Unlike any other track I've been there. Did some testing yesterday. First round, car went 9.6 at 139. Car died out of the hole. Probably a combination of launch RPM and tire pressure. The track's sticky, so go up a little bit on tire pressure, go up a little bit on the launch, and see what she does. All of my family members back home in Jamaica, they're diehard Nissan guys, so naturally coming up, it just, it go out and wrench in the garage on Sundays, and as soon as I was able to hop in the car and learn to drive stick, I went out there and did it. As soon as I got my license, went out and bought an SCR, and it was all over from there. Rough night, man. Fourth qualifier, car lost the crank. We actually cracked the fourth journal on the crank. We thought we wiped out the motor. Luckily, we caught it just in time. Sat up all night until 5 a.m. Got the motor back together.
Marsh, Illinois, they boosted performance 08 Evo.
First test hit on the car, we'll see how it goes.
The pressure is on.
In 2000 and maybe 2006, Nissan guys started branching into the tuning. Back then it was all ROM based tuning.
16-bit ECU, so 2 chips on each side of the ECU, and we would have to basically go in there and you know, make a change, burn the ROM onto the ECU, make a pull, and it was all new to us.
That's a strong color, bro. You got the skills, bro. You don't need me to tell you to make it look good. You always make it look good, bro. That's the whole thing with you.
My first car was a 1993 Nissan Sentra SCR black. Back then, I barely knew how to change my oil. It was a great starter car because, you know, in a world full of Hondas, it was something different. And I hated, you know, pulling up somewhere and having, you know, somebody else with the same car there. So.
Connecticut, currently 26 right now. In 988, he's running an 05. Pressure is on.
I remember John up at XX Tuning. He was big into a Jack Laverty. Those guys at XX Tuning, you know, kind of brought me in. They saw I had the interest in kind of tuning my own car and moving forward with the platform. So I definitely learned a lot from those guys. Every time, you know, you make a change, you have to get the car retuned. So after going out there every weekend and making a change and going to these guys, you know, I didn't want to keep bothering them with having them make the changes. So I wanted to kind of branch off and do it on my own, and, you know, picked up my own stuff and started doing it on my own, you know. Learned to push the limits of my own stuff before experimenting on other people's stuff. Before you know it, you had SCRs from here in Connecticut, you know, down south, guys from Georgia would come up, New York, Jersey, Pennsylvania, everywhere. You know, to the point now where now I'm traveling to Jamaica 2-3 times a year to go tune those things out there. You know, I've definitely made my name in the Nissan front-wheel drive game. It was untapped market. You know, I think even to this day, there's tons of potential, but just you don't have those guys that are willing to push forward and to make that next step. It was easier for the Honda kids because they could go on eBay, press buy it now, put the part on their car, go get the car tuned, and they would know already what the car would make. You know, we were making stuff. You know, we were building intake manifolds, building headers, trying different things. You know, making different Frankenstein setups on our own. And I remember at the 2013 13-203 event, I went out there. It was like an epic race against me and one of my boys, KJ, a real good friend of mine. It was the last race of the day, and I remember going like 1088 versus like his 10.9. It was like the big SR versus K. You know, he was like at the top, and still is at the top of the K game here in Connecticut, and I was at the top of the Nissan game. So it was like kind of a win for the Nissan guys. And at the same time, I kind of wanted to make the change to show them that it didn't really matter the platform. You know, tuning was tuning.
And they came out and all of them had nice wing stickers on it, and they were motor cars. And they were trying to race my shit. And my shit was turbocharged. And I was like, what the fuck? And I seen the nice one stickers, and I was like, oh, hell no. These are the ones that got full slicks on the street, shooting down the highway.
Once upon a time in the project.